Hi, I hope my mic is working. Another back-to-back t-shirt printing using sublimation process. So, hi everyone. Today is another video about printing t-shirt, and for today's video we're going to print an active dry shirt, and it's a back-to-back shirt. So if you are printing shirts for quite a long time, you will know the struggle of printing this kind of shirt and if it is back-to-back. So in this video, I'm gonna run you through the process on how I manage to minimize damages, because we cannot now escape, or we cannot avoid damages in printing sublimation, and then especially back to back. So one problem in printing sublimations in a back to back process is the shadowing and overlapping of design. So that's why you have to be extra careful when printing one. So this is my actually follow-up print shirt. So it's a back-to-back, but this is not our project today. So I'm just printing this one for sample t-shirts taker in our barangay. So I'm going to market this one in school, so I'm making a sample. Anyway, our design for today is just a logo of a cooperative. This is not sponsored. And then the branch of the cooperative. So this is just around 10 shirts. So easy peasy. But the struggle is in printing them back to back. So today I'm gonna try a new way on printing back to back shirts, especially using an active dry shirt. Because as you know, active dry shirts are very, very complicated shirts to print, especially pagka back to back. So, first thing, preheat. Just 5 seconds. Advertisement. Okay. Preheat all. So, one process for all. This is my new way, my new technique. Under study, under experiment. Just like that. And I love the color, by the way. That's it. And now you can make 1,000 pesos in just 1 hour just by printing t-shirt. Yes, I have. I-restart lang. So, this is just very quick. I have so many videos in printing back-to-back t-shirt using an active dry shirt and in a sublimation process. So you can just browse on the playlist in printing tutorials. So you can also observe the different techniques I'm using. Experiments, by the way. Since I'm still figuring out what's best, what's easier, and what's less damaging. It won't take that much time. By the way, if you wanted to know the setting of my heat press machine, it is just around 190 degrees Celsius and around 50 seconds. That's the standard timing when you are sublimating shirts. So for safety, you should use some gloves, aprons, thermal aprons, or even mask, because of the smell it will scrape every time you put the design on the shirt. But I get used to it for many times, so just gonna bear with it. Last, to preheat. One important thing in preheating is it will even your t-shirt, avoid crumples and crease lines, so you won't have problem in putting on your design. It's very important thing. So just do your 5 seconds pressing. Here. So now we're ready. All shirts are preheated. Let's get the design. Let's have the front design first. So it's my first time to try printing the front side first, and then later when everything is done on the right side, and then I'm gonna do the back side. Let's see what will happen if we can can minimize some damages or what. And we can't make a mess or damage on this shirt, because these are only few shirts and I don't have extra shirts because the customer provided the shirt. So we should try our best not to get any damages. Let's do it. So for printing logo, as you can see, this shirt, oh, coincidence. So there's a smile. Always keep in mind that your design should place here on the edge of your shirt to here, so it will not go this way or at the center. So you find this area, usually near the neckline here, so that it will not go there or downwards. I have so much in my mouth. Let's see what we can do. Okay, just like that. Okay. Okay. I'm lifting the collar area up, so I will have an even surface of my print area when pressing. So I guess it's good. All we need is this small Teflon cloth, so that the sublimated design will not go up on our Teflon, the Teflon that we will use all the time. And also we should also have this pad paper, actually, the OPNF, instead of this Teflon. Lock, not too tight, not too loose. 50 seconds. Gonna all do the 50 first. Gotta get my milk. Gotta get my milk. Oh. Good. 10 seconds. That's how you flipped it away. You wanna see this design? Just that. Okay, good. Next. Same process. It's a matter of estimate. Okay. And oh, I forgot. You shouldn't miss that one. Look, it's very clean. I like it. Taka 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 taka. So estimated one shirt should run around 2 minutes back to back. So if I'm printing 10 shirts, it's around 20 minutes for 1,000 pesos. These are done. Just enjoying my printing. Double checking if there is no shadow. Ooh. Find the reasons why. One step at a time. Oh, I have so many coins already. It's been a long time I haven't used this one. I hope it still works. This is a Shure brand, and I was using this one around 2 years ago, I think, 3 years ago, when blogging was my really passion. Was my passion. Saying passion. Yeah. Well, making videos is fun. I mean, are fun. Especially when you make videos that are very meaningful and it will really remind you after making it. If, for example, the one I make when I was traveling in the mountains of my mom's hometown, it was a very beautiful place, untouched, no buildings, not even concrete roads, also natural, beautiful, and it just helped me reflect. And during that time, I was struggling with my life, with my decisions in life, drama. Yeah, it was true. And making such videos, really with the content that you want to express, you want to document, it's really rewarding after you're done editing it, you're done uploading it, and seeing the whole story of your content. It may not reach a lot of views, but it gives me the outlet to express what I wanted to say that I cannot share to anyone directly. So I was able to express myself through videos, and that's why vlogging was my beautiful outlet that time. Drama. Now, maybe everything has changed. I think it's a song. Um, yeah, everything has changed. My time, or shall I say, my priority wasn't that more on about myself anymore, about expressing myself anymore. It's about money because I needed more money than my drama. So my passion in making videos stand by a little. Yeah, it's one of my favorite thing to do. Making stories, making fruitful content, but it really takes time. So as of now, I really can't put myself, dedicate my time to it, since I'm already um, on the era of making business, providing what my community is needing, and bearing with the time needed. So, set aside natin muna yung passion. But making this craft, this printing stuff are also one of my favorite thing to do. It allows me to explore more than I can imagine, and it can make my imaginations comes to life, especially when I'm creating designs that I wanted to put on a shirt and I wanted to wear. So it allows me to do so. It's a very beautiful thing to do. Printing. What else I have to tell? Well, making this video tutorial is just one way of reminding myself how I do things, like this printing thing one. So if I forget how to do it, how did I do it? Yeah. So I'll just return to the video and watch myself. I'm thankful that today I can watch myself on the video, because before it feels really cringe and awkward. So, but today, it's just, oh, I need this tutorial for myself, the one I made for myself, just like that. It's a matter of getting used to it. Talking a lot. Of course, I'm trying to make videos for everyone who wants to learn printing this way. And I don't want to cut videos. So I don't really have more time on editing this stuff. So if it will take around 1 hour video, then bear with it. You can skip, you can fast forward if you want to, or you can watch another one. So just it. So I'll be making shirts around 30 minutes, because each shirt will run around let's say 2.2 minutes, 2 minutes and 20 seconds. So that's 10 shirts. So I'll do it. I hope we don't have problem at the back side of this shirt. This is the common problem I always encounter. By the way, I'm using a Quaff, very old Quaff heat press machine. It's very old, but it's still working. Yeah, this is around 8,000 pesos. You can go to go. You know what? Before I dream of printing shirt, I always wanted to print any color of shirts. But when the first time I got the heat press machine, I realized, and I got a printer, the sublimation printer. I realized and I learned late that I can only print white t-shirt, and not even a cotton t-shirt. And it's very frustrating, because I was imagining a lot of shirts design, but I was only limited to what I can only do, print white shirt. Until I explore myself, explore the use of the sublimation printer, and learn more kinds of printer. So I discovered pigment printer, which it can where it can print colored designs that you can just stick on the t-shirt. That's what they call uh, dark transfer paper or dark transfer printing using a dark transfer paper. So I got to learn using that one, but it's not really satisfying, especially when you're printing with darker shirts. Just look, oh, it's so nice. So we got only few shirts left. We got 7 are done already. I think the problem I had before with the overshadowing or the overlapping of design was the over pressing. Like it's too tight because I was just pressing it naturally. I mean, enough this time. So I don't see any problem so far. Like the design didn't. Oh, I got designs here. Maybe it's too hot. So gotta. Maybe I have to lower down the heat first because the design is overlapping and shouldn't be because it will stuck on the other to the next shirt. Maybe let's lower it around 185. Let's just make it around 180. So we got 2 more shirts left. It's too hot. Maybe the design overlaps because it's too hot, but it's better. And the pressure may be too tight. Yes, you also have to tie it up so that it will really, the design will really stick on your shirts. Unless you will loosen up, you won't get the design you want. That's confusing sometimes, I know. There you go. I hope it works. Oh, it's not overshadowing. That's good. One more. One more. There you go. It's good. It's nice. Oh, their shirts got some stains. You have to be extra careful with the stains because when it gets heated, it will more. I mean, there will be more of the stains that will come out after it gets heated. So if you happen to see some little stains from the shirts that you are printing, make sure you cover it up so that it will not over. Well, I got some stains here. I don't know, maybe from the stocks. So we have to cover it with thermal. Almost done. On the front side. Yeah, it's done. Then on the front side, so we can take the machine off to rest. Okay, good. Now I'm going to find the first shirt because I know it will be the shirt that is cooler now, so can avoid the mess. I hope this way of printing helps overshadowing. Okay. Whew. Okay. Now this is the struggle. This is the design, the front design, and we're printing on the back side. Now the back side problem is this crease line of your borders. I mean the collar line. So it will create a bulk. No, it will not even your design. Let me just get my mug. Mug. Oh, it's so hot. Mm. I'm just having a refill. Yeah. Shall we? Okay, back in the video. Our first problem here is that the color will create a bulk here. So when pressing it, we will not have an even area to print. So this time I'm gonna try to use this one. This is just a stock board, cardboard. Try to fit the design. Alright, got it here. I was using this one for the foldable font to even the surface. So we're gonna still we're using the same process. Okay. We make sure to put paper underneath the shirt since we have a design underneath. Remember the front design? Yeah. So that it will not damage our Teflon cloth. I don't know what's wrong with that Teflon cloth nowadays. It's supposed not to absorb the design, but it does on mine. I don't know why. So anyway, let's move on to the design here. Okay, I guess that's good. That's better. Okay, I can turn it on. And of course, another paper though. I'm just gonna have this cut this in half or a fourth, since I'm using as I always say, it's better to waste bond paper than wasting a Teflon cloth, or even wasting another shirt. So make it part of your capital, the paper, because it's my way of saving damaged shirt and damaged Teflon cloth, especially when printing white shirts, very prone to damages. Okay, so since we put some palaman, some paper inside the shirt, we have to adjust its pressure or press. So yeah, cross finger. How long are we taking videos already? That's how you do it. Flip it away. How very cooked and very neat, right? So one thing that we learned from this video is observing your temperature. If the heat press is too hot, and also observing how tight you press it so that it will not overlap your design. And also it will not only uncook your design. Uncook. Oh, I don't have any words to say. It's just perfectly cooked. So look. This is what I'm saying. To save your Teflon cloth from overlapping designs, better put the paper. It's okay if you waste paper, then you waste your Teflon cloth. And also, while wasting your Teflon cloth, you're wasting your shirt. Shouldn't be. Okay. That's what I'm talking. Whew. So hot in Philippines. Okay. What else? Okay. Okay. Just place your design. If you wanted to know how to print these designs, just comment in this video, and if a lot of you would want to ask about it, then I'll be making one videos for you. But just a reminder, my videos aren't so effort than before, because I don't have much time to edit them, so I'm uploading them very raw, with all the flaws on how I speak, on how the grammar uttered, and the choice of words. So unedited, it's up to you to understand. I'm speaking English because I know there's not only Filipino people watching this video, And there's only few Filipino people who's watching this because they know that maybe they think that I couldn't learn much from this same person. So I'm making this video for everyone who wanted to learn. So, whew. Oh yeah. See? It's clean. It's cooked. We're down to 8 more shirts for today. Oh, it's so hot. You know, using a gloves can help, but if your hands are like mine already, been borrowing this kind of life for quite a long time, then I can't even touch that chalk. It's so hot. Oh yeah, sweating badly. Okay. Oof. Did you forget to put something underneath? Look, oh, it's overlap. So have to, because if we try to put that band paper again back on that shirt, and then with the overlap, it will stick on your shirt. It will create shadows, and it is a damage. So careful, baby. Okay, like that. Make sure that you set them right where they belong. Right where they belong. Yeah. Third, 3 out of 10. Next time that I will make video, I will gonna save the questions left in the comment sections on my previous video tutorial so that I will have topic to talk to, diba? That's a better thing to do. Especially when printing PVC ID card, there are a lot of people wanting to know that. You know, that's very easy. Because it's easy, I'm tired of making videos of that kind of video. But maybe next time, if there's an order. Or if I have time. Because as I mentioned earlier, I'm in my busiest era of life. Making projects, making money. Okay. Next. Tick, 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 tick. Oh, damage again. Look. See? Damage is every time. Even if you try to adjust the heat and the pressure, damage is still there. Have to be very, very extra careful. You know what? If you are a first timer, new to printing shirts, and got this damage, like so many damages. Okay. Oh, it's too hot. Yeah. If you got around 10 or more damages, 10 shirts damage, I want to say congratulations, and I want you to bear the frustrations and the doubts that you wanted to just dispose your heat press and your printer because you really can't do it because of the damages that you made. Congratulations, I've been through that, and what can I say? That experience, ouch, again, it's okay, because that will be the time that you will remember, and you will learn best in taking failures. And they are not meant intentionally, they are meant for us to learn, you know. So if I were to recall those times, I cried. I get so emotional because I already damaged around 8 to 10 shirts with one project. And the project is only 3 t-shirts and I damaged 10. So can you imagine the frustrations? And imagine how much each shirt costs and the amount that the customer will just be paying for the 3 shirts I'm going to release. It's very frustrating. So I was using this heat press. So I thought to myself, I'd rather sell this thing because I really can't do it. But look at me now. 3 or 4 years ago, it happened. So 3 or 4 years from now, I mean, right now, can be able to make more than 8. I may have 8